Imagine this, your government, led by Sheikh Hasina and her Awami League, had been in power for what felt like forever. They promised progress, but things were getting serious. Authoritarianism, check. Election rigging, double check. Silencing critics, dude, it was basically their favorite hobby. People were fed up, man. The economy was growing, but who was it really benefiting? Not the average Bangladeshi, that's for sure. Prices were soaring, jobs were scarce, and the gap between the rich and poor was wider than a TikTok dance challenge. And don't even get me started on the corruption. We're talking straight up crony capitalism, where Hasina's buddies were getting rich while everyone else struggled. It was like they were playing Monopoly with real money, and they were the only ones who knew the rules. But here's the thing about pushing people too far. Eventually they push back. And in Bangladesh, that pushback came in the form of a revolution. The monsoon revolution, to be exact, because when it rains, it pours, my friends. Now, every revolution needs a spark, right? In Bangladesh, that spark came from the most unexpected of places, students. See, there was this thing called the Quota Reform Movement. Basically, the government had this system of quotas for government jobs, and let's just say it wasn't exactly fair. Students were rightfully pissed. They saw their futures being sold out from under them, and they weren't going to take it anymore. So they started protesting, peacefully at first, but the government, instead of listening, decided to crack down. Big mistake. Because when you silence the voices of the young, you awaken the fury of a nation. Word spread like wildfire on social media, and soon the protests weren't just about quotas anymore. They were about everything that was wrong with Bangladesh. It was like the whole country was holding its breath, waiting to see what would happen next. And what transpired next, my friends, was history. The protests intensified, with individuals from all walks of life joining in. Farmers, educators, garment workers, everyone was united in their demand for change. The government, in its infinite wisdom, responded with force. We are talking internet shutdowns, curfews, and outright violence. But the populace refused to back down. They had tasted freedom, and they were not going to relinquish it without a fight. And then something remarkable occurred. Sheikh Hasina, the woman who had seemed invincible for so long, faltered. Confronted with the unwavering spirit of her own people, she fled and resigned to the army. Just like that, the reign of the Awami League was over. The news sent shockwaves through Bangladesh and beyond. It was a victory for the people, a testament to the power of peaceful protest, but it was also just the beginning. With Hasina out of the picture, the question on everyone's mind was, what's next? Enter Muhammad Yunus, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate and microfinance pioneer. Yunus, a man known for his integrity and commitment to social justice, was chosen to lead an interim government tasked with guiding Bangladesh towards a new era of democracy. The road ahead was never going to be easy. The country was still reeling from the revolution, and the challenges were immense. But with Yunus at the helm, there was hope. His government wasted no time in implementing reforms, tackling corruption, and working to heal the wounds of the past. They released political prisoners, repealed repressive laws, and promised free and fair elections. It was a new dawn for Bangladesh, a chance to build a more just and equitable society. The revolution had shaken the nation to its core, but from the ashes of the old, a new Bangladesh was beginning to emerge. A Bangladesh where the voices of the people mattered, where democracy prevailed, and where the future was bright.